Well, that poor air quality this week did force cancellations of some sporting events. Colorado's biggest recreational soccer tournament, the Rock Cup, canceled games due to the smoke, and parents as well as athletes who took part in a state track and field meet yesterday say that bad air was noticeable, some saying it did make things much more difficult.
I was really concerned about them, having to breathe this air and then try and run in it.
I was tired. I just wanted to lay down. I couldn't breathe.
Well, fortunately, hospitals like National Jewish tell us they have not yet seen an increase in people needing any help. But if poor air quality was enough to cancel some events this week, what does that mean for the Colfax Marathon that's happening this weekend? Today's air quality alert, again, originally set to expire at 4 o'clock, has now been extended to tomorrow. Michael Abeda spoke to some of the organizers of the marathon today.
The race director says the Colfax Marathon will go off whether it's rain, shine, or smoke, but that doesn't mean you should be running, especially if you're in a vulnerable population.
3, 2, 1, go!
Once again, the Colfax Marathon weekend of running is off to a fast start.
I'm really happy. There have been some fun things that have happened this morning.
Thanks to meticulous planning, the Colfax race crew was ready for anything Mother Nature could throw at them, except what she has.
We look at all eventualities, lightning, thunder, hail, snow, rain, whatever. We didn't anticipate smoke.
It could be a problem for some because a marathon is the ultimate test of cardiovascular endurance, and the recommendation for days like this
is to stay indoors, to limit your physical activity outdoors if you can.
You have to monitor your own health and fitness.
Cree Kelly is the race director for Colfax and a former competitive runner. He's also been running for more than 50 years. He says he hopes the smoke clears, but if it doesn't, the race will go on despite any smoky conditions Sunday morning. And while you should take your medical advice from your doctor, there are ways to get through the race if you start struggling.
Walk, run, rather than just run.
Plus, the Colfax Marathon has their own medical team, which includes medical professionals every 2 miles on the course, and a traveling team of mobile paramedics, in case you start feeling ill.
We've enhanced our medical coverage over the last week in anticipation of this.
And if you're still nervous, Cree says the marathon rule of thumb will probably save you a lot of heartbreak.
Go out much easier than you think you should. It's much better to do what I call, quote-unquote, negative split. The first half should be slower than the second half. And the race really begins, your running adventure really begins at about 20 miles.
Now, the race director says there will be no refunds given, but if you want to pick a day where it's not smoky to run it virtually, he says they will work with you to get you your finisher's medal and shirt. In Denver, Michael Aveta, covering Colorado First.